Warning. School buses. Reviews. Master of Minecraft. Ready to play every day.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to continue on our building the Roblox house series. This is going to be part number 5, I believe. I haven't really been keeping track, but I was going and watching through previous videos, and I determined that this has got to be part 5. So, as I said in part 4, part 5 we're going to be starting insulation. So we are going to be insulating the inside of the house. I'm not going to do the interior walls. Really, you just insulate the exterior walls. And then, this is something new. I've never done this before, but I'm going to actually insulate the ceiling too. Like all the ceiling up here, that wood, I'm going to insulate that. And then I think in part 6 is when I'll start trying to plan out a roof template. Because it is kind of difficult to frame a roof in Roblox. It's very difficult. So I'll just try to get a roof template. So I'm just gonna start insulating the house. I'm gonna kind of do it like I did when I installed the windows. We're just going to go around the windows and then I'll kind of trace it back. I was just checking to make sure my microphone was on. It is. I am not at my house right now. So I don't have my condenser mic, so all the sound you're hearing me from is from my onboard computer mic, so sorry about the audio. I'm having to speak into it kind of louder. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. She barks at almost everything. But when I'm editing, there's a couple videos I made that are using the onboard computer mic, so when I'm editing, I'll have to remember to, like, I got some audio cleaning, I got some like audio cleaning tools in my editing software I can kind of use to freshen up the sound, which I was originally going to do when I made the smoke detector video, because when I made that video, that was before I figured out how to work with the AirPods and stuff. So that video, the audio was probably terrible as it was coming from the camera mic. But for some reason, whenever I put on the audio cleaning filter or whatever it is, it worked for some segments of the video, but other segments were either too quiet, and then other segments it wouldn't work at all. So I had to just turn it all off, but that's why the audio in that video didn't sound as great. But also that video was recorded like almost a month before I uploaded it, so that's probably also another factor of that. And actually, there's this little cutout in the wall right here. We're just going to insulate it right like that. So that's how I've got it insulated. I'm just going to go right to this window. And then as I insulate it, I'm going to start going down the tops of the windows. And then we'll work our way down to the bottom of the windows. And then hopefully fill in, I think this back wall is what this, I think that's a back wall. Let me look at the front. That is a side wall. I think that is the... Oh no, that is the back wall. I just couldn't see the front door. Remember I said the front door is so small because it, for some reason, the door wouldn't fit in the framework, but I can still fit through it, but it's just going to have this weird thing where the windows are bigger than the door's smaller than the windows, and all that. Alright, so I got these first two windows portion. It almost looks like there's wood there, but that is insulation. It's a fiberglass insulation, so it helps to keep the heat out in the summertime and the and keep the cooler out in the wintertime. Basically just it kind of works like spray foam insulation, but I couldn't find any. I would have used spray foam insulation, which is probably my preferred method of insulating a house. But unfortunately, I cannot seem to find spray foam insulation in Roblox in the toolbox. So we're just using fiberglass, which is the second best option, and it works. So that's the important thing, is that it keeps the house warm in winter and cool in summer. And for those of you wondering, the flooring of this house is going to be it's going to be hardwood in the entrance, the living room, and the kitchen and the bathrooms, and then we'll do carpet in the bedrooms. And then the laundry room is obviously going to be hardwood, and then as well as our one of our hall closet, which is one of these. I forgot exactly which one of these. I got the doorways. I haven't really put in the doorway labels on these, but I can kind of determine based on just kind of based on where the doors are going to go, because they have to like go into a special spot in the framing because of this framing and how the doors had to be framed out. But that's all coming in a later part. See, the only reason I had to install the windows now is because I had to put them in so that way I could frame out the custom frames for them, because the preset window frames that are on these frames would be way too small for these windows. So that's why, and they're also up too high. So that's why I had to put the windows in now, because that way I needed to be able to frame out the custom framing for the windows, because in some houses I use different windows, and it kind of just depends on the windows or the rooms that they go in. So here, I might actually have to add another one of those little puck lights in that corner, because it is kind of dark in that corner. So I'll do that here in just a minute. Add one there, just so it's a little bit brighter, since that corner is kind of dark. And once I put the flooring in, we'll have to at least, I think, raise the puck lights or something. Make sure the windows are insulated on over there. And this house is going to have a security system as well. So now we're just framing out this window. Not framing. I keep saying framing out. We are insulating it. I don't know why I keep saying framing. Like, I mean, we did the framing back in March. And I'm saying the day wow. Let's try that again. The date I record this video is April 7th, but it might not be the same day when I upload it, considering I've got to upload part 3 and 4. I got to upload parts 3 and 4. But I'll probably upload those before I upload part 5, because I want it to be in order based on the number of the part that it is. Okay, so this whole back wall is now fully insulated. Now I'm going to start the front walls. Or not, man, we'll do the front wall, because I'll do it like I did when I wrapped the house. I just send it down the wall, and it would be easier to just rotate it 180 degrees. And then just press it up against the wall, and then do the same for the side walls, but except we'll rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm just going to go all the way to the front. I'm going to send it over to the back. And now here's where it gets a little weird with the door. I was originally going to put in a back door, but then I thought I could do that, but when I was framing it, I didn't really think of a back door until I already had the framing done, and then to do a double door, you have to, it's just going to be all crazy, so I figured we'll just wait on the back door. Some of the windows on different sides of the houses pop out a little more. That just happened when I was framing, or when I was putting the windows in when I was framing the house. It likes to, Roblox likes to get weird like that. I'm just going to go down over the top. I'm just going to level it, or kind of even it with the rest of the insulation there. So now we got this weird little spot, which we will just send that down, or we'll duplicate it. Because if I did it without duplicating it, that wouldn't be good. Or wouldn't really end well. But thank God Roblox has an undo button, which I've used quite a couple of times. Or I should say quite a few times. As that button does come in very handy. Especially when building a house like this. I mean, I've built numerous houses in Roblox, not in this world, but this is just like a blank world because my school bus world was filling up and it likes to get all slow and laggy and stuff, which is the same reason why the other school bus world, I moved the original school bus world to a new one because that also, along with the original school bus world, the one that had the 3 different shops, for some reason that world, everything like just decided it was going to duplicate everything. But I got a remove duplicates option put into Roblox. But then when I tried it, I thought originally it was going to duplicate everything because there are some things I did actually duplicate that needed to be duplicated. For instance, if I had a series of lights in the shops and I needed to duplicate them so that way they could be on a switch wired in series or whatever, or if I needed them to be on multiple switches, those would need to be duplicated, and removing duplicates would take all that out. So I figured, let me just create a new one because it pretty much duplicated everything, as I was able to remove most of everything that was duplicated by accident, or I don't know how it was duplicated. It was still very laggy, and it was acting all strange and stuff. And then the buses, like on the Bluebirds, on some of the Bluebirds, the logos on the tops of the buses and everything have like disappeared. It's like that in all the worlds that I've tried putting the buses in. I think what it is the, so like on Roblox, you know how for music you have a music ID or like a sound ID or something? I think because there was like a label ID or whatever for those logos, I think that ID is no longer working, and that I think that is the reason why the Bluebird logos have disappeared from some of the buses in my fleet. So I just wanted to update you guys on that, in case y'all wondering why is it a Bluebird if there's no logos at the top. Some of them do have it, but those depend on like if it was a mesh or not. Like if some of them actually have it where it was actually made, and those are fine. But like the ones that were like almost, like those like mesh layers or whatever, that's like you can see it on one side, but then when you flip it, it's not there. It was the buses that had those that they disappeared because it was all in like an ID or whatever that I don't know if I need to update that ID or what, but it happened to be in all the world, so I think it was something on the creator's end that created them, and the IDs just, I guess, are no longer valid or something. I don't know if they had updates for that. I've been checking. I haven't seen anything about it, but if you guys, I would say comment in the comments and let me know, but I have also been noticing my comments box keeps getting turned off on YouTube, even though I set it to on. I've turned the comment filtration off. It's still getting turned off somehow, so I do need to look into that. It's not just my channel. It happens to, I think it's a common issue. So it looks like it's been happening to a whole bunch of people, and I think it's just a flaw in one of YouTube's many updates over the years. Because it's been like that for a couple of years now. Or at least when ever since I've been uploading videos on my old channel, the one that got deleted. When I started when I started uploading videos on that, I think it started around 2021 when I started uploading on that one. Because that wasn't the original one. The original one was 2018 or something when I started that one. That one's long gone now. But when I started uploading on the King Electric channel that I made in 2021, which is the one that, I can't remember if it was the one that I last had or if it, I believe it was the one I last had where, the first videos were, like, how to change the voice options, or it was something about the Xfinity voice remotes, I think how to program it to your TV. When it was that channel, it was right around when I started that channel up is when the YouTube comment boxes started getting turned off whenever you'd upload a video, which I find to be very annoying. It drives me crazy, because then I gotta, like, go back in the video. It doesn't do it to all of my videos, but it does do it to some of them. But it'll be, like, it'll be on, and then it turns off. I won't even know it's off, and then I gotta go in there, and I gotta, like, I need to go in there and check all of them, because I know there's some of them that are off that need to be on, but then I gotta go in the, like, the video, like, where you click edit video, I gotta go in there, and I gotta turn the comments box, I gotta toggle it off, and then back on, then I gotta save it again, and then it's just a whole, I'd like to be able to just click upload, and then it just stay on, because, you know, there is a process on my channel, when I upload a video, because there's a process, because the thumbnail, well, we'll get onto that in a second, but, like, getting the, like, you know, at the end where you got the, where it pops up different videos and channels. I've got, my channel, a video, usually a bus video, and then my school bus channel, and then LMD Productions, which is another YouTuber I watch that is a bus driver in South Georgia. Sometimes I usually import from another video because it's just easier, but half the time YouTube says something about the frame rate not matching or something, some crap. So then I have to go in there, and then I have to manually add it, and then of course I have a custom description for the LMD one, and I always got to type that back up, and then I have, like, the description I use now, I need to actually save that one, but I tried that in a Word document, but then when I would copy and paste it into YouTube, it would go all, like, the spaces weren't, like, right or something. But then, like, with the thumbnails, I use PowerPoint to do my thumbnails, and the account that I used in PowerPoint apparently, I guess, doesn't work or something anymore. So, and this happened all of a sudden, like, literally a week, maybe a couple days ago, if even. I don't know how long it's been like this, but, it was like that since I uploaded the last 1 or 2 videos, I'd say. And, like, when I click in PowerPoint to go into, like, I have the whole, like, slide of thumbnails, like, different slides for different video thumbnails. And they're all the same layout, like the text and everything, and then I'll add the different pictures of, according to whatever the subject of the video is about. But then, when I go to click the when I go to click the thumbnail to go add another thumbnail, like when you click the PowerPoint, like when you go into PowerPoint, I have it the name I have it. When I click it, it comes up blank like it's loading, and then it pops up saying sign in. So then I put in the account, the email and everything that I use to sign it in with, and then it says so and so, this account can't be, I don't remember what it says, but basically it won't work. So then I tried a different account, which I used because I figured I could just, you know, I could just open it through another account, and then it was saying that it couldn't. Then it was saying it was like throwing me an error every time, and I don't know if that is an update that I need to do on my computer. I checked the computer for updates like 3 different times, and all the times I've done it. Whoops, that was my camera. It ran updates just fine. I didn't have any updates pending or installed. So far my computer's up to date. I'll check it again after I record this video. I'm not going to do it now. I would if I had the monitors hooked up, but I'm not in my usual setup right now. I'm just using my laptop screen. So I don't have my 2 other monitors, so I can't really, like, switch screens or whatever. So that's why, so everything's done off my laptop screen as of right now. So that's why when I start and stop the video, you'll see the OBS pop up, because I don't I normally start it with OBS on the main screen and then have usually screen 2, which is my not the gaming monitor, but the other monitor, the black Acer one. I'll have it on that. The gaming monitor, the one I got, I haven't even uploaded that video. I don't even know if I'll upload it. I'll make a video of it at some point, but I have it in the what do you call it? The vertical setup right now, where it's like it's long. Um, because it wouldn't fit. I was trying to do it horizontally and it wouldn't work. So I decided to do it vertically as of right now. Like the, not widescreen, but like the, where it goes like up and down, you know? And that was good for right now, but then once I get my official setup, like once I get the desk and everything, then I'll switch it back to the regular one, which is why I haven't, that's why when I go to use OBS on that screen, it's like, almost looks like a phone. I had a monitor over here, but I actually took it home before I got the other 2 monitors. I got some monitors over here, but they're all older ones, and they, like, use VGA. My computer doesn't obviously have VGA. It's a gaming computer. It's not going to have all that from, like, the 2000s. But I did actually, at one point, have an adapter that, like, you plug it into the HDMI on the computer, and it's a VGA and everything. And I don't know what happened to that. I actually also had one that was a DVI adapter, which I use for an HP monitor that I have over here. And I don't know where that went either, so, whoa, oh, what's happening here? It's a good time to use the undo button. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on with the, thumbnails and the basically my whole gaming life update, pretty much. You know, the subject tends to change when we start getting on the subject of technology, so. Back to the house video, which I'm sure y'all are more interested in. We're just going to start insulating the right side wall. Now, we just finished the front wall while I was having a little rant about whatever I just talked about. I don't even remember what I just talked about. Yeah, that's how quickly my brain loses track of things. But I'm good at remembering door codes and names and stuff, and usually birthdays. But when it comes to remembering what I did a couple days ago or something in school, it's like, ploosh. It's like, nope, no more. It's like that little light bulb is burned out a long time ago. Um, but yeah, so now we're just trying to get this wall insulated. And sorry if you guys hear like a whirring noise, like almost like a. Y'all probably heard it in other videos. In one other video, part 2, when I made that video, and you're probably gonna hear it in part 3 and 4. Well, I don't know about part 3. That is just the computer fan. I don't have the cooling pad. I've got the cooling pad with me, but I don't have it connected right now. It's upstairs. Um, but also that does get kind of loud too when it's on high. But when I'm gaming though, like if I'm just doing something on my computer and Roblox isn't open, the computer doesn't. The fans aren't really kicked in high speed. But once Roblox starts going, it's not actually. It's actually not. It's actually not at full speed right now. It's actually a little bit quieter than usual, but. Normally, if I'm trying to like make a video and Roblox is actively going, then it starts like because it for some reason it's got 2 fans, it's a GPU and a CPU fan, like most computers have, or really all computers should have. Um, and for some reason you'd think so my gaming computer is an Asus Republic of Gamers G15. It's the 2020 2 or 23 version of but it's the one that's got Windows 11. And on these computers you have a fan button and you can like change the different fan modes, so you can go from like silent to performance and then turbo, which I keep it on I think either silent or performance unplugged and then turbo when it's plugged in. Um I would do performance when it's plugged in if I'm making a video, but even if it's on performance, the game starts lagging a little bit, but then the fans do still get loud, but then on turbo it works better, and then it just is really loud. I think there's a way I can, like, change that, but I haven't really. My, Armory Crate updated recently, and it had me, like, reinstall it as if it was brand new for some reason, which it does that a lot. And I have not used it one time since it updated. Now, obviously, I've looked at it, but I have not used it since it updated. I do actually like the new update, but I've gotta, like, look at it. I haven't really played around with the thing much since it updated. Um, but yeah, I've had this computer for, let's see, I got it in February 23, so about 2 years now, actually, I think. I've had it for 2 years. It does not feel like 2 years, it feels like I just got it, but I've had it for 2 years already. That's kind of crazy. Um, I've had it for the entire existence of this channel, and the last, and then the last, like, year or so having King Electric, which is the old channel, if y'all don't remember that. That was a gaming channel, but it was more of also like a everything channel. Which this channel is more specifically a gaming channel, but it is kind of becoming an everything channel, but not in the form like King Electric was, where it was like blogs and repair stuff. Which this channel is also kind of that, but it's not in the same. It's not in like the same form, obviously, but it's also not. The videos are more set toward gaming on this channel, but I often will do like occasional videos, just kind of mix things up a little bit, so you're not seeing the same content over and over again. And yes, I've had questions from other subscribers why I have not made a Minecraft video yet. I actually have. It was one of the first videos I made. But that was a video I made on the Switch, on my Nintendo Switch, and then I was like kind of screen record it, and then I had to like connect it, I had to pair it with my phone because my computer wasn't working at the time. It was we think it got a virus on it, and then it got like it was just doing a bunch of weird stuff. So my computer wasn't working right at the time, so I had to like upload everything to my phone, which is why at the beginning of this channel there was a delay in videos. But we did get that issue fixed. But obviously, or else I would not be making this video right now. But that's a long story. Um, but the Switch is like the regular Minecraft, which works fine. But then the regular Minecraft for computer and PC is like $6.99. So I figured, let me just do Education Edition. That's, free. Which I can enable Education Edition on the Switch, but it never works. But for some reason lately, when I go to use it, that same account is also the account that I use for the PowerPoint thumbnails. And for whatever reason, it won't let me log into Minecraft. So yeah, that's why I've been making Roblox videos. Which also, I've been making more bus videos on this channel than on the school bus channel, which I know I'm going to fix that. I basically, what I just gotta do is, normally what I could just do is, I'm gonna start framing, good lord. I'm gonna start insulating the left wall now. But normally what I could just do is just take the same video and then upload it to the second channel, which you can do that, but see, my videos, both of those channels have unique intros to them. And I actually need to, I thought about making a new intro for the school bus channel, considering that channel's only had like 2 or 3 videos on it, one of which was the intro video. But, I would have to go in the editing and then change, like, I basically have to create a new, like, video template, and then add that video from whatever date it was from like, the folder I recorded it off of, and then basically just add the new intro. But for some of the videos, that's going to be different because I've added things, so I would have to go in there and add that whole video, and then I would have to, like, split the segment where the Master of Minecraft intro is, delete delete that part, and then just go in there and add the Spectacular School Buses intro. And then it sounds complicated, but um, it is pretty simple, which I could actually just make a video on that in the future one day. I thought about making a video about how, like, like how the editing process works for videos on this channel, which that is a planned video coming up soon, but it is obviously going to be different for different videos that I upload or record because, you know, some will require some will require different different things in the editing. So like, let's say I have a school bus video. Let's say I want to add a text box for explaining the year or whatever. I can put that in. But then let's say another video, it's, for instance, replacing the microwave, which I do actually have a video coming out on that. I just use that as the closest example. And that would be a little bit different because there might not be a text box I have to add, but there might be some other things I'd have to add. So it kind of just depends on the video. But the basic, um, the general, like, form of editing it remains the same. So, like, you know, you go in there, you add, you know, you add the intro, and then you add whatever. The general method of adding the videos and the basic, like syncing the audio if it's a video from my camera, all that remains the same. But the actual, like, you can kind of get what I'm saying, the actual, um, like the different things that I put into the video, like text boxes and whatnot, that's going to be different from video to video. It just depends on, like, for instance, there was a video I made, um, yeah, the part 2 video of this house build. At the end of the video, I said I was going to see you guys in part 4, but I meant to say part 3. So, you know, as it said, if y'all haven't seen that, or if y'all saw that, you know, when I said I'll see you guys in part 4, a text box came up and it said star, and it said part 3, because I meant to say part 3. I just messed up and I said part 4, because, I was talking about part 4, part 3, and everything, and I guess I said part 4 instead of part 3, which actually did confuse me, because I was like, did I forget to make part 3? I was like, what happened here? Then I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, I just said part 4 instead of part 3. That's what it was. Thankfully, it wasn't the actual video, it was just me talking about that next part, but, yeah, enough about all of that. We'll get back to this, so we're just going to add, the, last bit of the insulation for this side wall. We've just got this, where as soon as we finish that window, we got that window left. Yeah, like the rants and stuff I do on this channel. I could make a whole video about ranting about random stuff, and it could be like a 5-hour long video, just combined. Whoa. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, so now we've got that. We're going to frame the ceiling, or not. Good Lord have mercy. I feel like I need a teleprompter. I keep saying frame, but apparently I meant insulate. I guess the new word for insulate is frame. Um, if I had a counter that counted the number of times I've said frame instead of insulate, that counter is probably going to be at least at number 20 or something. But, you don't normally insulate interior walls. I mean, I guess you could, like, depending on how you build it, but you don't normally insulate interior wall. Um, but I've seen some houses where they add, like, the wood to the interior wall, which I think I might do that, or I'm trying to remember how I did it last time, if I just added the wood and then drywalled it, or if I just added the drywall straight to the framing. Um, but that'll be coming in a later part. That'll be coming in part 6. And that's when we'll start drywalling and all that stuff. Or that would be part 7, and unless I have to, like, you know, make the... It'll be either part 6 or part 7 when we start the drywalling process. But it is definitely coming soon. So let me just get the frame up into the ceiling. Or not the frame, the insulation. Lord have mercy. I'm just going to go down the whole ceiling. And this is one of the doors here that I've got to test before I install it. It's going to be a little laggy right here, it just likes to lag sometimes. Make sure it's not going over. It is not. So we're good. Now I'm just going to add it to down this left wall portion of the house here. And if I don't keep doing that, I'm just going to add. Make sure it's not, it does pop a little bit out. Make sure it's good there. And I'll bring it like that. And then I'll bring it like that. Perfect. Alright, so that is the installation process complete for this house. In the next part, we will be starting drywall and then possibly putting in the wood between these interior walls if we need to. I might end up doing that. But we will also be drywalling. We'll start the drywalling process in the part 6, in the next part, part 6. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.